everyone, I am Priyanka Mishra, founder of Script. I welcome all of you to this session on ditch distraction. I am a trusted expert and coach for building good habits so that you can live your life better and transform yourself to the best possible version. So today we are going to get deeper inside this topic, ditch distraction, because distraction has been a thing which is pain for so many people. You want to do big things, you want to execute all of your plans, but you find yourself scrolling your mobile phone till midnight and then you sleep exhausted. Next day, you repeat it again. So, today we are going to break that cycle. We are going to get inside of what, how, and everything behind why do we get distracted so easily, the neuroscience, all of it is going to be covered. So the session is going to be super thrilling and exciting. I want all of you to grab a pen and paper because I do not want any of you to miss on to the insights and learnings today. All right. So pick up your pen and paper and here we go. All the people who are watching this session recorded version on any of the other social media platform, please make sure that you behave as if you are sitting in one-on-one live consultation so that you make the most out of this session. All right. So why do we want to check that are we getting distracted or not? Or at the first place, why we do not want to be distracted? Because this is a mantra. I want all of you to remember this. Wherever your focus goes, energy flows. Your focus is very much powerful. You know what? When you walk across the street, you do not remember all the shops besides the lane, right? But what do you remember? The corner shop after which you have to turn right. Okay, you know the name of the shop. Why? Because you're focusing there. Wherever your focus goes, energy flows. If you focus on your problem grows. If you focus on a solution, solutions grow. So what I want to tell you is whatever it is in your life that you want to grow and flourish and bloom, focus there. Your relationships, your health, your career, your studies, your upskilling, your business scaling, whatever it is, wherever your focus goes, energy flows. And the biggest problem is that this focus is continuously it is getting into a fight very continuously on and off with distraction. Okay, with distraction. So what happens here is that this distraction is taking away this crucial power from all of us. Now, what is distraction? You would be thinking that, Priyanka, come on, I know what is distraction, but I want you to think more logically about it, and I want to uncover this for all of you. So stay with me. Distraction is lack of traction. I appeal everyone inside the room to please put your systems on mute because this would be troubling me to continuously keep a check on it. Okay, so the thing is that distraction is lack of traction. Now, what is lack of traction? Let us first understand what is traction. Okay, if I know that tomorrow, Tuesday morning, I'll be getting up and doing task A and then task B and then task C in the first half of the day, and then D and E and F in the second half of the day. I know the schedule very crisp, clear in my eyes. I have boxed the time. So, what is this? This is traction. Okay. Now, anything, if I'm doing task X, this task X is distraction. If you find me watching YouTube videos, silly cat dancing videos, that is distraction. So anything that I'm doing apart from A, B, C, D, E, F is distraction. Okay. So first things first, you need to have a traction so that you do not get distracted. Because if you do not have a traction, you're already distracted. Okay. Your brain needs to know what is expected out of it. If you do not give the right commands, the brain will not perform the right way. Okay, so first of all, what is distraction? The lack of traction, uh, drifting away from traction is called distraction. So first of all is the bare minimum thing that you have to do is that you have to create a traction for yourself. You must know what you're going to do tomorrow. And if you can, you should be more specific with the timings. Okay, you should know that what, how much, at what time. If you answer these three questions, what work, how much of it, and what at what time. If you answer these three questions, that is called traction. And once you know the traction, if you do anything out of traction, that is called distraction. Fine. So I hope that you understood what do you mean by distraction. Now I want all of you to think for a moment, take a pause and think for a moment of three big distractions of your life. Just walk through your day, think about the whole day, and what do you think? Who are these big monsters that take away most of your time and attention, and you are unable to put your focus, put your attention, put your intelligence into the things that need your attention, that actually can convert your life into your dream life? Okay, what is it that is taking you away from living your life to its highest potential? I want you to write down these three big distractions in the chat box right now, because I really, really am curious to know that what is it that causes distraction to you. Okay, so WhatsApp, net surfing, daydreaming, negative thoughts. Yes. WhatsApp, for some people, it is Instagram reel scrolling. For some people, they say that I'm doing some research, and from that research, after a couple of hours, they're watching highlights of some old cricket match. Okay, what is this? This is you getting swayed away. Now, this technology is again playing a very crucial role in keeping you distracted. I've seen a lot of people who are working on something after having their lunch, and after a couple of hours, what happens is they automatically find themselves into the Zomato or Swiggy app and ordering something junk for themselves. Why? Because they got distracted. Okay, I'll uncover this feeling more for you so that you get to know about it in a better way and you understand it better. I want all of you to think about it and honestly see, we are doing this for ourselves. It is not for you, not for me. Okay, write it down for yourself, because unless and until you know the name of the demon, you cannot control the demon. You need to know what is it that keeps you distracted. Once you know what keeps you distracted, now the next thing you need to know is that there are two types of distractions: internal distraction and external distraction. External distraction looks like I'm talking to you, and suddenly my 6 year son, he comes up and he starts asking me something. Okay, so what will happen? I'll lose distraction and I would have to attend to his questions, his calls, whatever he needs from me, or something like that. What is this? This is external distraction. Imagine if you are working on some project and you're alone in your house and suddenly the doorbell rings. What is this? External distraction. You would have to stop your work then and there and go and attend to the door call. Okay. Similarly, there are so many external distractions: the people around you, the culture around you, all of these things. They are external triggers which put you into distraction. Now, these things you can take care of. Okay, these things you can take care of. You can lock yourself inside a room. You can put yourself away from ting tongs and ding dongs of the mobile phone. You can switch off your mobile phone. You can do all of this. But there is one more thing called the internal distractions, right? The trigger which comes from within. Now, let me tell you this. Human brain loves drama. Okay, your brain absolutely loves drama. You might say that no, 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 Priyanka, I'm not like this. You are like that only. Okay, we all love drama. So what happens is, as and when an idea comes to your mind, it strikes your mind, your brain starts fantasizing on this idea. Your brain either glorifies this idea so much so that you get into that dreamy world of what will happen if this works and that works and that works and that works. You're doing nothing, you're dreaming. Okay, so what is this happening? You are distracted from the work in hand and you are in the fantasy land. The other thing is, we overthink. You've taken a decision, you've said yes to a business deal, but now what will happen? Your brain, it loves drama. Your brain will start asking you questions. What if the deal fails? What if the project fails? What if people do not like it? What if our business does not run? What if all the money gets wasted? What if we go bankrupt? What will happen if I do not get money out of this? Your brain will drag you to such a negative thing that you feel sulking inside your thoughts. Okay, so what is this happening? This is internal trigger. So every 20, 25, 30 minutes, your brain needs some entertainment. Okay, either you give it through mobile phone, talk to someone, gossip, go out and do something other than your work. But if you're not doing that, what will happen? Your brain will create its own internal triggers of distraction. All right. Your brain will keep on reminding you whose birthday is coming and you need to book a gift. The groceries are about to end, you need to order them. Your brain will tell you, oh my God, there is a cobweb inside my wardrobe. What should I do about it? Random stuff your brain will think of. Okay, why? Because your brain cannot stay in one state for a longer period of time because you've got a monkey brain. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to find out these external triggers and internal triggers. These internal triggers are different for different people. For some people, they get triggered because of certain emotions. For some people, it is situation based. For some people, it is circumstance based. For some people, it is people based. They're working on a certain thing and a colleague passes by and they're like, they don't know why their mood upsets. And they look at this colleague and they're like, you know, this person, he did that at that time. Because of him, I'm in this situation. And suddenly they get distracted. Okay. So you have to figure out what are your trigger points. We all do have trigger points. See, what happens is we feel that our life runs in a very random stuff, randomly things happen, but no, everything has got a pattern. We have to figure it out what this pattern is for us. Okay, so you will get a pattern of these triggers for yourself, internal as well as external. You'll have to figure out that what are these external triggers that distract me, what are these external support systems that put me into the right work, what are the internal triggers that distract me, what are my internal motivation strong pillars that put me into the situation and make me work harder. Because you cannot come up to me and say that, Priyanka, I can fairly work well for 15-20 minutes and I'm going to be the best in this industry. No, you cannot. You will have to work harder, right? There's no miracle happening. There's no one coming. You are the superhero of your life. I do not want you to feel victimized. I do not want you to stay there and ask for help from someone. No one is coming to help you out. You have to figure it out for yourself and you have to keep working on that. Okay. So write down what will you do with laser focus. Now, before getting into knowing the strategies to ditch the distraction, I want you to imagine that, okay, fine. All of these distractions, your internal as well as external distractions, they vanished. They all vanish. Now you have laser beam focus. What will you do out of this focus? Because if you're not clear about the goal, if you do not know what do you want, then why would you even want it? Let life be what it is. Okay. So in that paper, write it down in a very clear handwriting that if you have 100% focus and 0% distraction, what will you do out of those extra hours of time, out of that extra focus, out of that improved efficiency, productivity? What will you do for yourself? You could write anything. You can say that I want to change my job. You can say I want to upgrade my skills. You can say that I want to scale my business, start a new side hustle, whatever it is. But you should be very, very clear about why do you want yourself to be less distracted. You can say I can be efficient at my work wonderfully well. I want to become a better parent so that I can take out more time and play with my kid. I want to spend more time with my spouse. I want to put a couple of hours every single day on my health and wellness and mental health. And I want to organize my stuff in my house, whatever it is. Do not judge, but just write it down. Because if you commit to something, if you are learning something, your brain needs an outcome. If you do not tell your brain that what will it get if it does something, it will ditch you. Okay, it will 110% not follow the strategies. It will not follow the instructions. You have to tell your brain what will it get if it is doing certain work. Okay, so write down what will you do with laser focus. Now, once you have written your goal, I'm going to share with you 4 strategies. The first one is create a distraction-free environment. What do I mean by this? Distraction-free environment is that there should be nothing, absolutely nothing on your work desk that triggers your distraction. Okay. So for an example, if you're a student, if you put like 6, 7 books there, you start doing mathematics, and as soon as you get a very tough problem, your brain will convince you that, okay, let me study social science. That is very important too. So what happened, you just got distracted. This is what I want you to avoid. Do not open multiple projects at the same time because your work itself will distract you from completing one. Okay, create a pattern into it that if I complete A, then and then only I'll start with B. If you keep on munching one by one bit from here and there would be no system working full for you. Okay, that is one thing. Another thing that creates a lot of distraction is like people talking to you. Okay, you are working in your office and suddenly someone taps you, calls you, pings you, asks you to get into a meeting or something. So all of these things, they are a huge source of distraction. So what can you do here? You have to figure it out, right? Figure out ways for yourself. Like, for example, when you are at home, you can. I read and learned this from Nirayal, the Indistractable, the book Indistractable. He writes, and I quote. He says that you have to follow certain strategies. Like, for example, you can block a certain time for your deep focus hours and communicate it to your entire team that from 6 to 8 I'll be working on this particular thing, and please, I would appreciate if you do not ping me in those 2 hours. uh, if you're working from your home, if you're an entrepreneur or a self-employed person, what you can do is you can create a certain code with the family, like you can write on a post-it DND, do not disturb, and stick it on your chair or on your work desk, so that your spouse, your children, everyone knows that as soon as DND is written there, it means that my parent or my spouse is doing something which absolutely needs their intelligence and their attention. So they will respect you. And as soon as you're done, you take that post-it out and you can make yourself available for the people around again. When you keep on practicing this, it creates a code of communication in your teams, at your home, at your workplace, wherever you are. You have to create this environment for yourself, because you know what? It takes it takes 21 minutes to get into focus completely. And you know how much time it gets to get distracted. 5 seconds and you are boom, gone. Okay, and the more number of times you get into the work, come out of the work, get into the work, come out of the work, the lesser motivation you have to finish it, and the chances that you will be doing a mediocre job increases, because now your brain gets tired. Your brain cannot do multitasking, right? So it takes energy to get into the work and come out of the work, into the work, come out of the work. So your brain gets exhausted, and because of which, if you continuously do that, you tend to exhaust faster, you tend to do mediocre work, and you just finish it off and just say that it is over. I cannot put more brain into it. All right. So the strategy is to create a distraction-free environment. You have to create codes of conduct with your people around, and you have to keep your work area as clean as possible. Zero things around. Okay, zero things around, no extra books there, no multiple pens there, no multiple tabs open there, as minimum as stuff is possible, because all of these things, they trigger and induce distraction. Okay, so I want you to think of a way with one improvement. What is the one improvement you can do in your work environment to increase your focus? Think about it. That what can you do to increase your focus in your work environment? You need to find out that what will you do if in your work environment to increase your focus. You can say that, okay, I'll take away all of my other books. You can say that I will commit to myself that I will open only 2 tabs, not more than that. Maybe you can say that I will listen to white noise, and I'll put plugins so that the external conversations do not get my attention. Anything, all of these things are under your control. External environment, it is totally under your control, and you have to fix it as early as possible. You can say that I'll put my phone on DND, I'll put switch off my phone while working. Anything, you would have to take um some strict decisions. It is not always like easy, let it go type of thing. You sometimes have to be so stubborn that if I'm working on this particular project, I will give every bit of my intelligence, every bit of my talent into this project, so that this looks like a masterpiece to the best of my capacity. And in order to do that, you have to keep yourself focused. In order to keep yourself focused, you have to manage your distractions around. Okay. Now, your environment can distract you. That is one thing. Your environment can also push you to do better. How can you do that? You can put a couple of affirmations in front of you. Okay. So while I'm talking to you, the wall behind it has my mind tattoos, mantras, which I keep on reading throughout the day, which pushes me to work better. Okay. So it is written that make today awesome. So every single day, I read it 100 times. Make today awesome. So the responsibility of making today awesome is on my side. So what am I doing? I am positively triggering the environment to make today awesome. I'm reminding myself to make today awesome. Do you get me? The other thing which is written in front of me here is be afraid and do it anyway. There are multiple times I get afraid in a day. If you're not doing that, you're living in your comfort zone. So whenever I'm afraid, I just look up and I am like, be afraid and do it anyway. Then I look up here, one thing at a time. Okay. So what are you doing? You are creating an environment for yourself which is complementing the things, which is reinforcing the things that you want in your life. Okay. So you have to improve your environment in a certain way. I have put some quotes in front of me. I have some post-its in front of me. I have my whole schedule. At BrainoScript, you can find our planners, planning boards. Search for BrainoScript planning boards, and you'll get it. I'll put a link along with the description if this is up on any social media platform. You can go ahead and purchase those planners. They are a wonderful way to keep you traced, to keep you going, to put it in front of your eyes that, okay, these are the things which are done, these are the things which are remaining. So you get a better idea about your own traction. And the better traction you know, the less you get distracted. Okay. So this is how we try to just correct the way our brain works. Okay. Strategy two is practice time blocking. What is time blocking now? Time blocking is creating a time block for doing certain things. Okay, so how my day looks like, I'm just giving you as an example. You can copy paste it because I have also learned it from somewhere. It is not my original thing, right? So what I do is I divide my day into three phases. The first phase is as soon as I wake up till the 8 hours of my time after waking up in the morning. The second phase is 8 hours to 16 hours. The next is sleep again, 16 to 24, right? So what I do is in the first 8 hours, I do the majority of work, intelligent work that is required in my day. Okay, so all the decision making, all the problem solving, all the content creating, all the wherever, all the meetings, all the client calls, everything happens in the first 8 hours of the day, the major chunk. The next thing, after 9th hour till 16th hour, that part of the day, I usually learn, write, do my chores, pick up grocery if I have to, certain things which do not require my intelligence very much. So the second half of the day, I do not do very, very intelligent work. Okay, I'm speaking to you. Uh, okay, this requires intelligence, but not that level of intelligence and presence of mind and alertness which is required in the first half of the day. Okay, so in the second half of the day, I keep things light, the things that I love to do, the things that I enjoy doing, the things which do not feel like work. Okay, so when it does not feel like work, it comes from the heart, it flows out like joy. You can look at my eyes and you can make it up that yes, I'm enjoying this process of having this call with all of you. All the things that I do in the 8th, 9th to 16th hour after waking up, that second phase of my day, it is the thing that I enjoy doing. Okay, I do not do things which require friction, which require pushing. No, I don't do that because in the second half of the day, your energy already, the mental energy already gets exhausted. So in the first half of the day, leverage it. Okay, so practice time blocking. So what I do in my first half of the day, I block my calendar. I have the start time of every task and I have the end time of it also. Because if you do not give yourself an ending time, Parkinson's law, okay, the time, it just takes up the whole, the task takes up the entire time which is available. If I say that I want to prepare a presentation on ditch distraction today, I'll make the presentation in the entire day. Why? Because my brain will tell me, okay, this person is doing some new research. Let me read it before putting it into the session. This person is doing something amazing. Let me attend a course of it, and then I'll do this. This person is doing something else. This internet, it is full of information, right? So what you have to do is have to give yourself a time frame. Okay, I have to create a presentation on this distraction. I have so many things already, shortlisted. I have a whole system of learning. Maybe someday I'll take a special session on that. So I have all of these notes collected. So what will I do? I will not get into research mode again. I'll pick up points from that learning that I did this week and I'll put it into the session so that I can revise the touch points and I can tell you what I learned new. Okay. So what you have to do is you have to create a time block for yourself. Start time, end time for everything that you do. You know what? Um, I've converted my life into a continuous game. Okay, I'm always in race with time. How do I do that? I have this fancy hourglass. Okay, so what I do it is a 30-minute timer. So if I'm cooking food, I'll turn it upside down and I challenge it to myself that before this 30 minutes are over, these are the tasks that I will complete. If I'm cleaning my room, I'll turn upside down the timer and I'm like in race with myself. So there is no one who's watching me, but still I'm not slowly and eventually doing dusting and cleaning and putting things around. No, no, no. You'll find me jumping and running across the house to finish it. Why? Because I'm in race with that hourglass. Okay, so I've blocked my time that in 30 minutes. And trust me, I started doing like 45 minutes a job in 30 minutes. Why? Because I'm challenging my brain every single time, and I'm doing this from last 3 years, and it is working quite good for me. Okay, so I want you to fix a 60-71 right now with me. Now, what is the 60-71? Okay, so this is there is a rule by Robin Sharma which says 90-91, and I've diluted it and I have put this frame like 60-71 for all of us inside the community and the people who are watching this, so that we can stick to a particular thing for 7 days. Okay, so it is like 60 minutes, 7 days, 1 hour. I want all of you to block a 1 hour time for one particular skill. Okay, 60 minutes, 7 days, one skill. What is this one thing? What is this one skill? This task would look like? Please write it in the chat box so that you commit. If you need some more time inside the Smart Hustlers group, please update us so that I get to know what you'll be doing for the next 7 days. Commit it to yourself that every single day for the next 7 days, you will commit 60 minutes. 60 minutes to this one task dedicatedly every single day. Take it up as a challenge because once you block your time and also give yourself a time commitment, it could be 7 to 8 in the evening, it could be 8 to 9 in the morning, whatever time is comfortable for you. Once you block your time like this and you commit to yourself, you will see that you behave more disciplined. You sometimes underestimate yourself. No, your brain is not that lazy, not that lethargic. The thing is, you do not challenge it. Your brain loves challenges. Okay? So do the 67-1 rule for the next 7 days. 60 minutes, 7 days, one single thing. Any skill, any task, whatever you want to do, just that one thing you have to do every single day for next 7 days for 1 hour. Okay? I want all of you to take up this challenge and start working on it from tomorrow morning itself. Strategy number three, prioritize your tasks. The biggest problem with people is that once you have this to-do list in front of you, it is like people love to put a 20 tasks to-do list. People are in, they're obsessed with making to-do list and they write every mediocre chore into their to-do list. Okay. So now what happens, you're working on your to-do list and once you get distracted, which will happen, okay, a couple of times, which will happen even if you take care of the internal and external triggers, even if you plan your day properly, even if you do like everything, there are going to be moments when you will slip off. We are humans, right? So we slip off. We get into some imagination, we get into some discussion, we get into some gossip, we get some news and we get disturbed. At home, we had an argument with someone and we keep on thinking about it. So a lot of things happen. We are not feeling well. A lot of things happen, okay? So once you get distracted and you're off track, you lose a couple of hours because of it. And now when you look at your task list is again 18 pointer and you do not have that much time. So what your brain will fool you, your brain will check off all the mediocre tasks so that it looks good. Okay, are you getting me? Your brain will not eat that frog. Your brain will push the most important task to the next day. So what I want you to do here is prioritize whatever is the toughest thing, do it the first in the morning because at that time you have higher energy, you have higher efficiency, you have higher attention. Please do it the first thing in the morning because once you are over with a big chunk of tasks, it gives you a big mental ease as well as bandwidth to tackle the day which is coming in front of you. Okay, so prioritize your tasks based on the level of difficulty. not the time consumption, the level of difficulty, all the problem solving, all the logical decisions, all the comparisons, all the things which require your intelligence. If you're a coder, you code. If you're a painter, you paint. If you're a dancer, you dance. You do the first thing in the morning, which is absolutely required for you to do. And do not procrastinate on that. Okay. Strategy 4 is practice digital discipline. We all know, we have been crying that because of this technology this has happened, because of these mobile phones we are using, we are losing track of time because of these mobile phones, we are getting distracted so often. But you know what, let me tell you, um my mobile phone is lying there at the corner of the table. Dear mobile phone, please come and distract me. Dear mobile phone, please come and distract me. The mobile phone doesn't listen. It is not the mobile phone, it is me who chooses to pick up the mobile. It is me who chooses to open the application. It is me who chooses to get involved into those reels and laugh like an idiot, even when my to-do list is still pending and I'm doing, I'm watching these silly reels for no reason. Right. You get me? You have to imbibe discipline into you, because see, this internet is not going anywhere. These mobile phones are not going anywhere. These are going to get bigger. Okay, so it is you who have to take the first step. You would have to take the first controlling step towards yourself. You have to create a healthy routine, a healthy discipline for yourself. Some of the things that I do personally, I'll share with you. Schedule a D&D for yourself. Like for me, the working hours, the deep focus working hours usually happen to be like 4 to 6 in the evening, where I create courses, where I put my creation into place. Okay, so I schedule a D&D from 4 to 6. I'm unreachable. People usually do not get my time from 4 to 6 in the evening. Why? Because I'm in my deep focus zone at that time. I do not want to talk to people. I do not talk to my spouse during those hours. Okay, so schedule a D&D for yourself. Make that 2 hour focus point so much precious that you yourself look at that time religiously, with you know with something in eyes, that with respect in your eyes, that this is the time when I do not dilute my energy. So schedule a D&D for yourself. If you're not a heart surgeon, no one is dying if you do not call back. Okay, let people know that you have something to contribute on this planet. You have to work on certain things, you have to take care of certain things, because it is your responsibility. If it is your dream, it is your damn responsibility. Always remember that. Turn off notifications. This is my favorite thing. Okay. People ask me that, Priyanka, I texted you. Why didn't you reply? Because I missed it. Why did you miss it? Because I have like, so many conversations. Why did not you reply to me on the notifications? Because I have turned off my notifications. I cannot dilute my attention every now and then by a ting tong of a WhatsApp message, by a ting tong of an Instagram message, by a ting tong of an email. I just cannot do that. I cannot afford doing that. Okay, so I've turned off all of the notifications. So all of these Amazons and Mintras and Swiggies and Zomatos, these people, for I am unreachable to them. They cannot make me think of gulab jamun when they want me to think of it. Okay, I'm not saying that there is any problem with gulab jamun. When I want to eat it, when I feel like doing it, I'll go there and I'll get it. But I do not want anyone to put it into my brain as a seed and make me work like a robot. I do not want to work without sanity. Turn off the notifications. It is the most sensible, intelligent decisions that I've taken in my digital discipline space. No multiple tabs open. Again, this is my personal commitment to myself. I never open more than 3 tabs. I never open more than 3 tabs. You'll never find me checking out my social media profile, checking out my LinkedIn profile, doing some research, reading some article, looking at some video, listening to some song. No, 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 I'll not do that. You will never find me opening more than 3 tabs. Why? Because this is my personal commitment to myself. I take care of my digital discipline. I do not want to dilute my attention, because I respect my time on this planet. I have an acute awareness that I am here for a very, very, very limited time with very, very limited energy. I want to put my time and energy into the things absolutely close to me. Other than that, it's a no from my side. Clear no. Okay. Delete applications. If you want to order something, go ahead to the website and order it from there. Do not download applications for everything. See, for some people, I might look insane because I work more on paper and pen because I believe that human beings are the only creatures who have this ability to write. I've never seen a dog writing. Okay, so when I have this unique capacity of making alphabets into the paper and writing something meaningful out of it, why not to use it? So I use paper and pen majority of my time to take care of stuff. I do use technology. It is not that a big no-no from me. I do use technology, but yes, I also do use paper and pen. It is my favorite. I do not use applications to stay focused. I do not use applications to remind me stuff. No, I use an alarm clock. I use timers, I use post-its, I use my diary. Okay. So you have to figure out what works well for you. If this is not something that I'm recommending you to do, it is up to you totally because Satyam, you will listen from him. He will speak about applications which are wonderfully well in this space because he is kind of a more tech savvy kind of person. I'm not that much. Okay. So every person priority is different, mindset different, way of doing it different. So I cannot create a one size fits all kind of a thing. But yes, the bottom line is you have to create a discipline in your digital space. You need to know that, okay, what is the time when I'll check my email, what is the time when I'll not. You cannot be like 24 hours available for WhatsApps and for email and for Instagram messages and stuff. So you have to create this sanctity, this space for yourself so that you can take care of all of your things rightly without leaving yourself exhausted. So this was all from my side. I told you about distractions and four strategies to ditch distraction. I want all of you to tell me which one is your favorite from all the four, which is the one that you will start applying from tomorrow right now, because I want to look at it. And if you're watching this on any of the platform, you can search at the rate Braino on all the social media platforms. We are there, and we usually put worthy stuff up there for you to see and learn new things because we have just one motto. We want you to get better every single day. This journey of your self transformation, it will be accelerated by the knowledge and stuff which is provided by Braino. So please keep following us. If you have any questions, ask it to me. If you're watching it on any of the digital media platform, put it in the chat box, comments, DM us. We would love to answer you. We would love to take care of all of your concerns. Thank you so much for listening patiently, and see you in another episode with another topic. Till then, take care of yourself. Bye bye.